Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Once again, it is Sovereign Saturday. No feeling greater than freedom. I'm gonna tell you what, and this is related to being sovereign, is just the feeling of freedom. I don't work for anybody. I don't promote sovereignty without having it myself. Having sovereignty means I don't have to worry about going to work. I can go on vacation anytime. I can do what I want through the day. Even when I do my videos. Now I have a straight schedule for when I do my videos, but I can always change that. And I don't have to worry about anybody. I can say, you know what, I don't feel like doing videos today. Or the next day I can say I'm gonna do videos all day. And it's just the freedom of not having to go to somebody and have to play a certain role when I'm on a job. That's the main thing. Cause look, let me talk about that for a second. Usually when I talk to people, they got some type of issue on their jobs. I don't care what it is. And I talk to people from everybody doing what would be considered menial labor to somebody like really, they in a high up job or something like that. I know a college professor who she's telling me about like some of the drama on her job. Now these supposed to be educated folk, but there's drama. And the thing is just having that freedom just to do as I want. And that's a big part of sovereignty, having freedom. And yeah, you're going to have to work, but it needs to be on your own terms. True sovereignty is doing what you want to do for a living, what you want to do. Yeah, you can still work a 9 to 5 if you want to. You sovereign if it's what you want to do. But if it is not what you want to do, or you're in a situation you don't want to be in, that's not sovereignty. Because you still gotta conform to something that's not under your control, Because even when you work in a 9 to 5, it's cool if that's where you want to work. It's in your mission, and you have some control over what you want to do. It's your choice freely, but not if you have to work there to make money. And let's be real, most of us have had to work someplace to make money or something. I've had to work someplace, and my last full-time job, now I have no problems telling people I was working in retail. It was a day job for my other stuff, but still I had to deal with it. And I said the moment I was ready to go to a manager's job and some other little stuff that was happening around there, I was like, this ain't the place for me. I didn't have sovereignty working there. It was like I didn't reach true sovereignty until I was no longer there. Now, when I was there by choice, oh yeah, great. But still though, you still gotta show up someplace else. Ultimately, as sovereignty, you want your own business, ultimately. And like I said, even if you work in a 9 to 5, because, whatever business that is, that's your mission, you still wanna be in a position of leverage. At a minimum, what they always say, you either controlling something or you got leverage in something. You want to have some leverage wherever you go. You want to be able to do stuff according to when you want to do it. You want to live where you want to live. Part of sovereignty is being able to do just that. Like in today's world, you need good credit. You need good credit to do some of the things you want to do, to drive the type of car you want to drive. And even sovereignty in relationships. You don't want to deal with some woman just because she's the only one who's going to deal with you. There's a lot of guys who settle. That's one thing. Now I say be realistic, but you don't have to settle. You don't have to settle if this woman is not an asset to you. If she's not in cooperation with your operation, a truly sovereign man is not going to deal with her, no matter what she might fake. Yeah, she might be that woman who might want to have sex with you, but it's no good if you got to jump through a bunch of hoops. It's no good. See, and you want to have the freedom to deal with who you want to deal with. And I'm going to tell you what, when you have that freedom, it is great. I'm going to tell you what, just take take it from me and work to get to that point. But once you have that freedom, you look up. Like a couple weeks ago, you know, went with my family to, my co-parent and my sons to a beach. I had the freedom to do that. I didn't have to ask anybody. I didn't have to say, well, what do I have to do? It was just like, oh yeah, sure. You know, sometimes and you know, we hang out as a family, but it was like I got the freedom to do so. I don't have to ask anybody. I don't have to say, well, you know, I got to do this on this day or this day, you know? It was like, no. Even when I set up consultations is when I want to set it up. And many often people hit me up and say, well, you free this day, you free. It's like, no, this the day I'm free on, okay? Freedom. And I'm gonna tell you what, that's ultimately what you wanna have. You wanna feel free. You wanna feel free to do stuff on your schedule. You wanna feel free to work where you want to work. Not where you're forced to work, where you want to work if you have to work for somebody, or you have your business, and even then you wanna do that according to your schedule, what you want to do. And I'm gonna tell you what, when you have that feeling, it is just so great because a lot of people really don't have it. And just most people have been in that position where they didn't have the freedom. They had to show up to work. They could be sick, whatever. They had to put up with some crap on the job, or they living in some neighborhood which, you know, is really not good for their spirit. You know, they putting up with a bunch of people. They had to do a lot of stuff. That's no good. That's no good. You want the freedom to move where you want to move. You wanna like have the freedom to travel when you want to travel. I don't care what it is. You want that, and I'm telling you, when you have that, you just feel so good. It's no ifs, ands, and buts. You feel so good, and that's what you want to keep. That's what you want to have. That's what you want to like aspire to. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's a powerful feeling too. It's some power. You want to feel it, because when one of the things you're gonna feel when you have that level of freedom, you're gonna be at peace. You're gonna be at peace. A lot of people get sick because they're stressed out by other stuff, but you want to be at that place of peace. You want to live according to your terms, not someone else's terms. You know, you want to live according to your will. I want y'all to really think about that. I want y'all to think about that. I want you to think about what you are working towards. You're working towards that level of power. You look at that freedom to do as you want to do, to move as you want to move. All right. So anyway, I want y'all to really think about that. Because that's why that's the whole thing. That's why I share the sovereign man philosophy. And it's a philosophy. Everybody's not going to do it. They don't have to do it. It's not a science, it's a philosophy. It's a school of thought. You want to stay on that because you want freedom in your life. You want that feeling of freedom, because trust me, once you get it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I know what Uncle Rom is talking about. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I want y'all to keep rising to become the sovereign man that you are meant to be. Peace and blessings, everyone.